It's an everyday thing. It's an everyday thing. It's an everyday thing when you let your nuts hang.
Well, breaking fuck the news. This is some of the wildest news you're ever going to hear, and I know you haven't heard about it because America's propaganda machine is bullshit. A top IDF chief, I'm going to show her picture here. This woman resigned from her position yesterday and went missing for several hours after she's a whistleblower, essentially. She approved the release of footage of IDF soldiers graping Palestinian detainees. She was later discovered near the coastline of Tel Aviv, where I'm going to assume she's detained. The article doesn't really give too much information on this, but she's facing backlash and death threats. Me personally, once I read the article, I didn't go any further. I didn't want to go see the video. Apparently, the video is horrific. So 50-50, we're never going to see this woman again. But apparently the video's fucked. So I haven't seen it. I won't go see it. I'm not going to watch it. So if you go see it, Godspeed. Hey, well, breaking fuck the...
Now, two of Israel's most senior military legal officials have been arrested over the leak of a video allegedly showing Israeli soldiers physically and sexually abusing a Palestinian prisoner. Former military advocate General Yifat Tomer Yerushalayim and the IDF's former chief prosecutor, Matan Solomesh, were detained last night on suspicion of leaking the footage and then allegedly trying to cover it up. She resigned from her post on Friday, saying she took full responsibility for the leak. Now, two of Israel's most senior...
This is insane. So the IDF is investigating this Major General, but it's not for the reason that you would expect. So you might remember this video from last year. It's from Detainee, one of the Zionist prisons where Palestinians are taken hostage without any charge. And then this video went viral last year, and it shows over here some soldiers putting up some shields and hiding behind it. They've taken a Palestinian prisoner and very clearly sexually abusing him behind these shields. This tall, ugly fella here in the middle is one of the culprits of the sexual abuse. He was named and exposed after the video was leaked, and he was celebrated within Israeli society. He's brought onto TV here as a guest. He was paraded all around. They celebrated him for his acts. And we all saw the scenes of this lovely Israeli society where people were literally protesting in the streets for the right to rape. They were angry that some of these soldiers who committed these crimes were stepped down and investigated for this crime of sexual violence. They were angry. We should be allowed to rape Palestinians as we please. So that brings me back to this lovely lady over here, Major General Yifat Tomer Yerushalayim. She's one of the top military lawyers, one of the top military prosecutors in the IDF, and she's being investigated with regards to this case of rape, of sexual violence that we saw last year. She's not one of the culprits. She's not one of the people that carried out the sexual violence. She's being investigated because it's been revealed that she's the one, or her office, are the ones who leaked the video to the media. So rather than investigating and prosecuting those who are committing sexual violence against prisoners who haven't even been charged, they're investigating the one who's leaked the videos. They're accusing her of blood libel against the military. She's being called a traitor against the military, a traitor against the state of Israel. This is what Israel stands for. They don't charge those who commit violence. They don't charge those who commit sexual violence and rape. They don't charge those who commit war crimes. They charge those who expose them. This case should just highlight that the problem with the Zionists is not one or two people. It's not Netanyahu. It's not his government. It is the entire society. This occupation has been built on crimes. It's been built on genocide. It's been built on ethnic cleansing, on the torture of Palestinians. This entire society is rotten to the core. And this is just another example of why we need to work for the removal of Zionism in its entirety. This is what they stand for. This is it.
Yeah, man, I'm telling y'all, a lot of people are on the fence about what's going on between Israel and Palestine. Basically, Democrats or socialists, whatever you want to call them, socialist people are defending Hamas. it's obviously a one-sided war. Like Hamas is a dangerous group from what you can see online, chopping people's heads off and stuff, or what they want to show you to as propaganda, because America is backing Israel, right? So American shows what the Hamas is doing to Israelis. But then when you see a video from people in Palestine, and you be like, damn, they bombing the shit out of them. You know, the women and children. I get to use that for a change. The women and children, they're being bombed. It's terrible over there. Donald Trump. Yeah, this is one. If you want to stop a war, Donald Trump, I think this will be the one. This will get America in shape if you stop this war. But I don't think it will. This leaked footage and this woman and that guy being arrested for exposing the corruption that's happening and the injustice to the Palestinian prisoners. It's crazy. And then you be like, damn, is that really happening? But then you look at the videos of the Palestinians getting bombed and y'all celebrating people getting raped. That's kind of crazy. I'm not even in this fight, and I'm not on the fence of what I think is right and wrong. I'm more or less like, I don't know what the fuck they got going on over there. And I'm not finna be like, oh, I support Israel or I support Hamas, because I don't think I'm gonna support a terrorist group. But I do think both sides can go at this a little bit different. But America backs Israel. And America first, baby. But we don't need to be in that. We don't need to be worrying about that too much. We need to worry about it enough. We need to send some humanitarian aid over there to stop the war, but I don't think we need to be involved in it too much, because that right there is dividing America. You saw all the people who are supporting the Palestine. I don't think it's Palestine. I think it's Hamas. They're saying people who are fighting for Palestine, or being not fighting but protesting for Palestine, are Hamas supporters, which is incorrect. They're actually for the people of Palestine, which Israel is bombing the shit out of Palestinians, and just saying that they're going after Hamas and they're killing women and children. So I mean, if you for Israel, you gotta think about it like that. Damn, they killing women and children and the elderly. Can't do that. You gotta throw the elderly in there.
Barry Weiss just got, I want to say, I don't know if it's finalized yet or not, but $150 million deal.
It's finalized.
It's finalized. $150 million deal with CBS. And I even think she called Brett Baer, $150 million deal. Editor-in-chief role, acquisition position Weiss as the top editorial voice at CBS News, overseeing a historic program like 60 Minutes, CBS Sunday Morning. She reports directly to Paramount's guidance, David Ellison, which we brought up briefly earlier. And this is she had, I think she has 140,000 members at the time, paying $10 a month. So you got $1.4 million, give or take, times 12, say $20 million business, $18 million business.
I think it's $15 million.
$15 million business on reoccurring membership base, which the valuation she probably got is higher because the cost is probably not going to be that much. What do you think about what happened with her, the success story, and her going to CBS?
So first of all, I know Barry. Anyone who knows Barry will say what I'm about to say, which is she's an extremely charming, nice person. Like interpersonally, impossible not to like Barry Weiss. Same with her wife, Nellie, like just great people. I'm also a huge proponent of independent media. I like when independent media succeeds. I like when it grows and thrives. I think more competition, the better. No issue at all. Barry Weiss can get, $800 million if she can find somebody to give it to her for the free press. Don't care about that at all. What I care about is the following. This is all, we're talking about David Ellison. It's really Larry Ellison who's behind all this. Larry Ellison is either the richest or second richest person in the world, depending on his and Elon's fluctuations in net worth. Larry Ellison, he has one main political cause, and that's Israel. He's an American citizen. He's the single largest donor, private donor to the IDF. I don't know why it's legal for an American citizen to donate money to a foreign army. I don't even know why it's illegal for American citizens to go fight in a foreign army. A lot of Americans go fight in the IDF. He donates to the IDF.
How much does he give to the IDF?
He gave, just on one night, he gave $20 million. It's, over the year. It's now, in the scheme of his wealth of
Is it direct to IDF or
it's
went
called
to somebody
friends.
that
It's
went
called
to...
Friends of the IDF. It's for people to donate money. They provide services to the IDF, choosing to do it for Israeli soldiers. Whatever. That's not my issue. I'm not. Apparently,
by
it's
the way, I
legal.
didn't know this. But in his mind, he could say, "I pay billions of dollars into the U.S. military through taxes." He may say that, but
Still, American veterans are not doing that well. But still, okay. In 2017, Ellison made a record-breaking single donation of $16.6 million to the Friends of the IDF.
I did not know that.
So he's donating money directly. 2014, he $10 more million. Okay, so he's the single largest donor to the IDF. But beyond that, he's a major fanatical supporter of Israel. Even though he's an American citizen, and the country that gave him his wealth is not Israel, but the United States. Whatever. But that is his cause. Right at the moment that public opinion polls are showing an unraveling of support for Israel.
Barry Weiss just got...
They're basically saying CBS is a big propaganda for Israel, pro-Israel. So back in Israel. So we're going to see a lot of stuff saying pro-Israel. But then when you see what's going on, like, it's like, oh, Israel ceasefire from bombing Hamas or bombing Palestinians, because they was bombing Palestinians, not just Hamas. And then what does Israel do? They boop, boop, drop more bombs on that ass. Yeah, and then if you support Israel, then you're just gonna be like, look, I mean, they're bombing Hamas. Meanwhile, men, women, and children are dying from the Palestinians, not Hamas. Hamas is a terrorist group that was tired of Israelis, pushing them back, and so they pushed back, and they used the gangs to push back. Because I don't even think Palestine doesn't even have a government, right? Am I right? Palestine don't have a government. They just there.
I want to say...
Do you remember how about a year ago a video was leaked to the public that went viral around the world? 100 million views of an IDF soldiers allegedly sodomizing a Nukhba terrorist who was detained by the IDF in a prison called Detainee. The world obviously went completely mad. The IDF's reputation was genuinely destroyed, and the video is widely used as evidence for Israel's war crimes. And within Israel, the division caused by this video was immense. The soldiers involved had their lives ruined, jobs lost, and a war raged between the right and the left. The right claimed that the soldiers were innocent and this was fabricated. The left were mad that it is our legal duty to prosecute anyone, even soldiers, for any law breach. But neither side imagined that the real story here was actually the leakage of the video, and that it was done by the highest echelons of our legal system. The damage was actually intentional, and for a year it has been covered up by those who believe that they are above the law, despite being obligated to represent it.
So they was really trying to keep this hush hush, even though the video was already out there, but they was trying to figure out who leaked the video, and then when she took ownership of leaking the video, now they was after her. So we won't see anything from her for a long time. But hey.
Some women can start working in as fast as 1 week.